Now, what are the effects of grounding on the respiratory system? Actually, the entire respiratory system, there is dilatation of airways. So it helps your breathing, right? Because what happens now, the parasympathetic nervous system or the vagus nerve takes over in grounding. So therefore, there is dilatation of airways. Now, among my cases, there were 5 people who used to have snoring when they sleep. Now, they all overcame the snoring with grounding. Now, that is very important because snoring is a risk factor for high blood pressure and also heart disease. Then also there were 4 asthmatics whose they were on treatment, but earlier they couldn't climb steps or stairs, but after grounding again, they found it easy, or they could climb stairs or steps. Now that again is due to the dilatation of the respiratory system. There was actually just one case, 80-year-old female, she came for dinner and she's to our place, and she's allergic to pineapple, but on that particular day, she just ate a small piece of pineapple, and she had a mild sort of anaphylactic shock. She found it difficult to breathe. She started sweating. So nothing could be done. So I had my grounding plate. I asked her to sit there and keep her foot on the grounding plate. Of course, within a few minutes, she recovered from it. So this is just one case. Then critically ill COVID patients with severe dyspnea. Actually, this is about, I'm reporting from the Biomedical Journal to 2023 February, had reported of a critically ill COVID patient with severe dyspnea, and this oxygen level was 38%, and with 2 sessions of grounding, according to that article, that patient recovered. Then recently, a 74-year-old relative of mine, he had been having what they say was weak lungs, and he was very dyspneic. And actually it had been there for about 2 or 3 years, and it was getting worse. She was finding it very difficult to breathe. And also he was on a machine which took the air and gave more oxygen, and he was using that. But in between, one day when he was very breathless and severe dyspnea, he used the grounding plate, and immediately the oxygen level in the blood went up. So that is a very interesting case. Now the important thing is grounding makes the pH in lungs and the body, actually the whole body, becomes alkaline. So now that has it was reported in Biomedical Journal 2023. Now that has a very useful function, because the lungs also become alkaline, and it hinders entry of viruses and bacteria into the lungs. So there is a preventive effect against respiratory viruses. So actually COVID, influenza, now we are always worried about various new viruses which come to our world, so if they are coming through, if they enter your lungs and you are going to get the virus into your system, so the grounding is a very effective way of it. It says raising the pH to an alkaline state increases the immune system's ability to kill bacteria, concludes a study conducted at the Royal Free Hospital and School of Medicine in London. The viruses and bacteria which cause bronchitis and colds thrive in an acidic environment, keeping our pH in the slightly alkaline range can reduce the risk of and lessen the severity of colds and sore throats and bouts of colds. So now that is very important, because always, they say there are new viruses which are coming into our world, and so this will be if you ground yourself, it will give you adequate prevention. Now, among my cases, there are 10 people who has found that they are of course they are practicing grounding, and they hardly get coughs and colds, unlike earlier. Actually, they say that even the others around them, when they suffer from these coughs and colds, they don't get. Even in my case, I think for the past 3 years or so, I haven't had a cough or cold because I have been grounding, I suppose, because of the alkaline pH in the lungs.